Let's dive into some historical background. So let's set the scene. We are looking at the time period being Imperial China and the early Republic China, which dated from pre-civilization to 1949. During this time, children worked on farm fields and they contributed to their family based on survival. A lot of the people back then had little to no money, so they had to work to provide for their family, especially in the fields. After that came the Maoist era, which was from 1949 to 1976. This was the establishment of the People of Republic China, and they kind of aimed the economy into meeting demand. This was the Industrial Revolution, which involved factories, so they needed the hands to meet the labor demand, which came in the form of children. There was children around, we can make them work and kind of help with the labor demand. Following that came the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution, which was from 1958 to 1961 and 1966 to 1976 respectively, where economic and political campaigns were not only aimed to adults, but also children to kind of establish that economic contribution for them to contribute for labor. So this, again, enforced the labor demand that needed to be satisfied. Now, finally, after that came the post-Mao and economic reforms. This was 1978 to 1989. Under Deng's leadership, China began economic reforms that opened the country to market forces, especially in urban centers and industrial zones. So we got industrialization and urbanization. Child labor became more evident, especially in textiles and electronics. Despite the expansion of the economy, legal conditions for children remained weak, and the child labor was often seen as a way to maximize profits. With that said, they're only children, so we don't have to pay them as much. It means we can get more money for our buck.